This episode is brought to you by Righteous Loving Revenge of the Mind. Proving I'm right. Yeah! What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Nephilim Entertainment. I'm your host, Metron Urel. You kiddies are stepping into my coverage of Young Sheldon, and this is episode 6, a patch, a modem, and Zantac. So, what's up? What we got going on here today? Well, apparently we were introduced to a man from NASA called Dr. Ronald Hodges. Apparently he's some uppity up at NASA, and he wants to come talk to the kids about all the wonders of science and NASA, and it's just great. Until he comes across Sheldon Cooper. Yeah, apparently Sheldon Cooper, of course, being the inquisitive little boy he is, wants to ask questions and try to prove Mr. Scientist that he knows what he's talking about. Mr. Science Man, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Well, that'd be nice, kid, but you're cute. Here's a patch. Have a nice day. Oh no. You do not listen to Sheldon Cooper's magnificent scientific wonder? What is wrong with you, man? You can't do that. Not with Sheldon. So Sheldon makes it his mission. He makes it his mission to prove this guy wrong. And he tells everybody when somebody asks him why he became a theoretical physicist, he says he wants to unravel the mysteries of the universe. Phooey! That's just bullshit. Don't call him bull on that one. Apparently the reason why he wants to do it is because he took it a personal to prove Hodges wrong. To prove that he was Mr. I'm not so smart. Yeah, so he makes it his undying mission to prove this dude that he is intelligent. But how's he gonna do it? Good question. Well, I want to take this moment right now, talk about something serious. Talk about something very serious. Alright, serious face. Serious face. Man, I love me, Mom. Girl, I love me, Mom. First of all, she humor. Can't talk. I need to learn how to speak again. But anyway, first of all, she coddles her two grandkids who come up with some outlandish or unnatural things. Georgie, for one, when Meemaw talks about how she's planning on dying and we're all destined for death. Way to look at life, Grandma. Way a great lesson for your grandchildren. But anyway, talks about how we're gonna die eventually. Now, if you're a vampire, says little Georgie. Well, that goes without saying. I love how she humors him with his thing. That's so funny. And of course, Sheldon rattles off some science-y stuff and talks about how he's wanting to work on propulsions for rockets. I was saying the same thing. You were? I love you, Moon Pie. You gotta love a grandma who knows how to talk to the kids, but at the same time can make fun of them without them even realizing it. That's an awesome grandma. So Sheldon wants to buy a computer so he can figure out some math problems, prove this guy at NASA wrong, make himself look like he is a complete genius. I'm seeing a pattern here that will probably grow into a narcissism kind of trait when he gets older, but anyway, yeah, he doesn't have a computer. Well, he asks his dad, do we have the money? I don't know what George's response is. And I love it because they are so snarky with each other. They are a bit cheeky with each other. I can see where Sheldon kind of has a problem with sarcasm and things like that because the way they talk to each other, growing up with this, it's like living in the ultimate smartass house. He says, you do my taxes. What do you think? Never mind. Yeah, never mind, Shelly. Never mind. So, Sheldon gets a bright idea for calling alone. That's interesting. And the thing that gets me, though, is that I think if it had not been for Mary coming in there and hanging up, I have a feeling he would have got it done. He was on his path. I mean, if I was talking to a little boy, I would seriously think, are you really 9 or are you just a midget? I mean, come on. You are way too mature sounding. Imagine if Georgie called. I mean, that woman would have hung up in the first 5 seconds. Sheldon calls, she actually stays on the line. And how do you respond to that? But another thing, too, is Missy. I brag about this little girl because she's becoming one of my favorite characters on there because the little girl's acting is so phenomenal. How she can give a line that is hilarious. And she is so funny because I love it whenever she's talking about, I've kissed a boy. You've done what? That was a long time ago. You're 9. How long was a long time ago? 3 months. What? It's not really what she said, but my God, that's, yeah. And the delivery for that joke, priceless. And then, of course, Sheldon's getting in trouble. He looks at her, what? Can I just smile? Girl, you got a smile on your face like a cat that just ate the canary. Come on now. Come on. I'm loving this show, and I'm loving how these people are so snarky with each other. It's hilarious. I'm loving the back and forth. They are really building up a structure where it's not a comedy, but it is funny. It makes no sense. It's like a dramatic comedy or something. It's so funny, but with everything that's going on, Sheldon's whole thing about getting the computer comes to a crashing halt. Mom puts an end to it. He has a complete and utter meltdown because she won't even take him to the Radio Shack, and he has a meltdown. Which, I'm seeing a lot of his older self coming out. But that's a chicken or the egg thing. But anyway, he has a meltdown. Meanwhile, finds a perfect way to calm him down. She comes in, she consoles him, comforts him, gives him a hug, feeds his ass, cough syrup. Yeah, that's one way to shut him up. And I love it too. Mom, he's not operating heavy machinery. You gotta love Meemaw. Meemaw strikes again, once again. Oh God, with a grandma like that, I would have fun for the rest of my life with a grandma like that. I mean, you know, she's got some funny shit to say, but with all this that's going on, it does take a toll on Sheldon. He gets grounded from Radio Shack. He can't go to it. He develops an ulcer. Even then, he proves his parents that he's right by going to the doctor. Once again, he proves he's right. When are you going to start listening to the kid? He may be insufferable, but he's always right. To an extent. So, he finally goes to the doctor. He gets his, on his computer. And it brings back flashbacks. I'm sorry, but it brings back flashbacks to that old sound of dial-up. That still nightmares. Now it's just a push of a button, but still, back in the day, you had to wait like 18 minutes, 20 minutes just to get hooked up to the internet. And that was if you had a good connection that day. All the nightmares. All the nightmares. But he finally figures out his problem. Sends the results to his problem. Well, now he has to wait to hear back from NASA. And wait. And wait. This is not going anywhere, is it? Nope, it's not. So, George actually comes up with a brilliant idea. Road trip. Let's go to Houston with Sheldon in the car. Road trip with Sheldon in the car. Might want to call Meemaw. See if she's got any more cough syrup. Yeah, I would not want to take a long road trip with Sheldon. No, no ma'am, no sir. No. One of us be walking back. And it wouldn't be me. Just saying. But when Georgie's there, I love the progress that that he makes with Mr. Hodges there. You better listen to my boy, or you're gonna have to listen to me. Okay, send him in. Yes, sir. And Georgie has I think, one of the funniest moments in the entire episode. They're sitting at NASA in the waiting room, waiting for Sheldon to talk to Hodges. And Missy and Georgie, of course, are complaining. I'm bored. When we gonna go home? Meemaw says, now, one day someone's gonna write a book about Sheldon. And they're gonna come up with a part where it talks about all the love and admiration. Don't you want to contribute to that? Oh, what Georgie says. Oh, it's not like I'm gonna read it. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. As soon as he said that, I was done. I couldn't take no more. Not from Georgie. No. That's it. I mean, you might as well say the episode's done. I was. Well, Sheldon done all this for one reason only. Was it to prove he was smart? No. He knew he was smart. Was it to prove he was right? No. He knew he was right. What did he want? An apology. What? Yeah, he wanted an apology. He wanted an apology for old dude ignoring him and just handing him a patch. Treating him like a child. He wanted to treat him, I guess, like an equal. Maybe he didn't want to be treated like a child. Maybe he wanted to be treated like an intellectual equal. Okay, fair point. So, when confronted with the project, when Hodges is confronted with all of Sheldon's work, and Sheldon gladly draws him up a diagram on a chalkboard, Hodges is a little befuddled about what Sheldon wants. So he finally tells him, we don't have the capability to do what you're talking about. Sheldon says probably one of the best lines. Doesn't mean comical, it's just the saltiness of it all. You know, really cheeky about it. He says, I'm ahead of my time. Call me when you've caught up. Dips out. In a story. And then the end of the episode shows present day. I take that back. Last year, 2016, a guy's thumbing through Sheldon's book, showcasing his designs. Yeah, that's right. Using Sheldon's own designs to make propulsional rockets that land on docks. I'm sensing a bit of a story is going to take place with this. Alright, up next for Young Sheldon, episode 7, I am reading a brisket, voodoo, and a cannonball. Huh? A brisket. That's kind of like a Danish thing, isn't it? Sort of like a piece of bread or something. Voodoo. Someone put a spell on Sheldon. And a cannonball. Diving off into a high dive of some sort. I don't know. But, alright. Question for y'all. What do y'all think is the big to-do with showing that dude using Sheldon's designs from back in the day? Do you believe that there's going to be a story behind this? Do you believe it's going to be some big plot? Or do you think it was just some sort of snippet that has absolutely no point? Let me know up right chair. That's going to do it right for me. My name is Metatron Urel. If you like my page, give me a big thumbs up. If you like this video, make sure to share it with your friends and subscribe to my page. And stay tuned to the end of the video for more content. But that is going to do it right for me. This is Nephilim Entertainment, wishing all you daydreamers and creators out there, keep your heads in the clouds. Peace.